I'm standing for Deputy in St Helier, District 3 and 4, as I want to support the delivery of positive change for the benefit of the island. I am standing as a Reform Jersey candidate, as I know that we can deliver more together, working as a team. I live in the district at Westmount, and I have previously lived in the district at Montalabé and Rouge-Bouillon. I will fight for a fair deal for St Helier. We need strong representation, and I will support electoral reform to achieve equal-sized constituencies. I will also support proposals for a democratic council for St Helier. I am an experienced public servant. I currently work for the States of Jersey, and I have previously worked for the State Government of Western Australia. Staff morale within our public services is at an all-time low. The people providing our essential services are feeling undervalued and disrespected. The current pace of change is putting vital public services at risk. If elected, one of my priorities will be to ensure that the changes being made are fit for purpose, will deliver the best value for islanders, and recognise the specialist expertise of local people. The current pay dispute requires urgent resolution. We are at the point where the Royal College of Nursing Council has approved a strike ballot. This has never happened before. It is an historic moment and should be considered as an emergency situation. The proposition brought forward by Deputy Southern to enable extra money and open proper negotiations lost by just one vote. I welcome Senator Mezek's announcement that Deputy Southern will bring forward another proposition aimed at resolving this issue. I will work with my Reform Jersey colleagues and members across the chamber to ensure that this proposition is successful. There is also a lot of pressure on working families. As an elected member of the States, I will support policies that will make day-to-day life easier for families. These include developing a fair rent regulation system, improving provisions for parental leave, ensuring that schools are well funded and that quality childcare is available, increasing the minimum wage, and reducing the cost of GP consultations for those on low incomes. I will be able to work together with my Reform Jersey colleagues to deliver on these promises. We are all committed to working together towards achieving our 10 key pledges, which form our contract with voters. A vote for me is a vote for a stronger team. Please consider giving me your vote on the 27th of February. Thank you.
I'm Francesca Ahier. I'm 30 years old, and this election presents an opportunity of sorts for me to represent the district in which I grew up and where I currently live. I feel that successive assemblies have failed people in my generation in particular. I'm the youngest candidate standing at 30. If I were to be successful in this election, I would pursue the migration policy, which seems to have been unceremoniously abandoned by our Chief Minister. I would also seek the removal of GST from food, which I believe is immoral, and oppose any further stealth taxation. I would also seek to achieve a fairer deal for first-time buyers and encourage graduates to return to the island after university, as I myself have done. I also believe that the government does not do enough for disabled adults in this island and their carers. That is something that I feel passionate about and would seek to address were I to be successful. Lastly, I want to say that this last week has been really illuminating for me, actually, going from door to door and speaking to people. I think I've met some very interesting people who have had sometimes some quite heartrending stories about the circumstances that they're facing here in this island. And so I want to try to be an advocate for as many people in this parish as possible, especially this district, and that is something that, yes, I feel passionate about. So thank you very much for your time this evening and for coming to see us. Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you all so much for being here this evening. My name is Andrea Mallet. I am Jersey born and I've lived in St Helier for over 30 years. I am currently working in the legal and finance industries and have done for the past 23 years. I've travelled extensively working on a number of overseas school building projects in some of the world's poorest regions, and this led me to become an event management business owner in Jersey, focusing on fundraising for local charities and the creation of community events. This includes a new beach festival, a free event, ensuring that it's affordable and accessible for all, created by the community for the community. In recent years, I've campaigned to save the protected green space at the Collect and ensuring our local voice was heard, canvassing all the sitting states members and outlining why the development would have a detrimental effect on the environment. Currently, I'm campaigning for the regeneration of Half-Day Park. I'm a member of the Regeneration Steering Group as a driving force on behalf of the residents who want to see St Helier improved for the betterment of the community, so I'm sure you do as well. I am also a member of monthly St Helier residents' meetings, listening to the concerns of the residents. These meetings are designed to provide practical solutions to improve the quality of life for those in the area and the wider community. I am standing for election because I have a passion to help and stand up for others, and with my skills and experience will work constructively with others on the issues, and because of this I'm ready to hit the ground running from day one. If there was ever an example of a failure to deliver and listen to islanders, it is the future hospital. It is imperative we get this right, consult the right people, pick the right site with the right leadership. But for us, it's important that we take St Helier residents' concerns on board. We shall watch the State Assembly vote this week with interest. Jersey has to have a balanced immigration policy. Why has this not been achieved? I want answers, and I know you do as well. Let's have facts and solutions. I welcome everybody to Jersey who can make a positive contribution to our island, but we have to be realistic about the numbers. I'm also aware of other concerns, because they are also mine. A fairer taxation system, a lack of affordable housing, affordable and social housing, education, Brexit and the environment. I have worked with many in the parish on a number of projects, which has given me the depth of understanding of the reality of island life in 2019 that matches my ability to represent you and give you a voice when it's most needed. St Helier has so much potential. You, our community, is the biggest asset, and when we work together, are listened to and engaged, positive change can happen. That is why I'm here, to provide a fresh and motivated approach, bringing people together to find common sense solutions that work for all. This is our district, our island, and our voice. Please consider me for your vote on Wednesday, the 27th of February. Thank you.
If somebody cannot hear me, please let me know. I can use microphone, but I prefer to speak more naturally with my parishioners. So I'm in a Gardiner, and I do care about our community and about Jersey. I chose Jersey 10 years ago as my home, and I started my family with my husband here at Lapukale. Today, I'm standing here and asking for your trust and your vote. So, who am I and why vote for me? I would say I'm CPC, Community Project Creator, with background in social work and business consulting. You would probably wonder, what does it mean? CPC, Community Project Creator? I'll give you an example. While canvassing last year, I was heartbroken meeting our senior citizens, sitting sometimes for days alone, without simple human connections. Okay, I decided, let's see what I can do. I found here, at this center point, there are 5 rooms empty during the mornings. So I put resources with needs together and created without any extra cost a Friends of Lapukale Coffee Morning Club for senior citizens. And what's interesting, for the Christmas special that we've done in this hall, we had nursery kids, we had mom with children that helped to serve coffee, and we had amazing choir that the volunteers organized. Thank you for that. I'm the woman of my word. I have done what I have promised during my previous campaign, while I'm still working mother. It much more can be done when I can dedicate all my time to Jersey community. On top of this, for the last 20 years, I was working as management consultant with the companies, improving efficiencies. Lately, I read report, 6-month report from our state CEO, and it disturbs me to see how such professional report missing long-term measurable targets. I will use my expertise, if I'll be elected, to protect your interest. I'll also use my management consultant expertise to put hospital project back on track, to deliver much needed hospital within the budget that Ireland can afford. For me, flourishing Jersey, it's joint forces between business sector, government, charities, and all residents. You can find more about my policies on gardiner.com. Please consider your vote for me. Thank you.